the animated transitions that they got on here. Like they've got some boilerplate ones that are okay, but I
Right.
want to if we're gonna have an image, then
Oh,
we need
why did you have to say boilerplate?
what?
Oh, you have
What
you
did
have
what did I step in? What did I step in?
politics. Have
With the
you
word boilerplate, every boilerplate means so many things. It doesn't have to be political.
No, 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 no. It doesn't. None. It shouldn't be. None of this. Like all of these things. None of them are actually supposed to be political. However, because I'm gonna do this. All right. I can't believe I'm starting the show like this. So, Fox News has been going off and being like, "Can you believe the Biden administration authorized use of deadly force in the reign of
Oh,
Mar-a-Lago?" It's like,
right. I
dude,
heard about that. Yes.
that literally is that is
Right.
warrant. That is
Yep.
on every warrant. That is everything. Will you stop with the lying for 5 minutes?
No, of
And
course not.
then, and then, like nobody, not a word about the fact the exact same language was on the warrant for Biden when it came to the search or the search warrant for the documents in his
Right.
garage.
Yep. Well, wait. Did they even warrant his? Didn't they just like let them in? Did they even need to get a warrant for Biden's?
There was some. I don't know if it was okay. All right. So I'm not sure if it was about the classified docs for what was in Biden's garage,
Mm-hmm.
but there was a Biden warrant. Maybe it had to do with Hunter.
Okay. But
I'm
then,
not.
yeah, that warrant definitely would have. Yeah, it would have had the same thing on it. Yeah.
Yeah. No, that is just. Come on, can we just stop with the lies for a few minutes and just have some honest journalism, man? Bring me Walter Cronkite back. Just look, I'm sorry if you have a political opinion, you're on a side or like that, but that is the way it is.
There is nothing
That
wrong with having. That's the thing. Is like there is nothing wrong with having a political side. It's the fact that you
yeah, but
have
just
to prove your
base
point
your
by
opinion in
making shit
honest.
up. Yeah.
Yeah, no, but base your opinion, base your political ideology, just base it in fact. That is
Hmm.
the literal only thing I ask for when it comes to anybody across the board. I will respect the fact that you have an opinion that is very different from mine. However, if you tell me that you got your opinion from the man on the moon, then I'm not going to take you seriously. And you can't be offended by that. Yet, everybody is offended by the fact that they get their information and it's wrong. And then you go, well, hold up. That's not accurate. That's not true. Let's look into this. And then you look into it. It's like, okay, see, like this is the legislation. This is the thing. This is what's happening. And not no one. Not no one. I'll bring an example, a very specific example. Last year, I went to a family reunion. While I was in Washington, so many people that I talked to were like, "Yeah, and now 12-year-olds can go to the school nurse and they can get hormone replacements, and the parents can't say anything about it." And I'm like, "That's
That is
not true."
so categorically not true. My
And the thing
God.
was, I
Where are they
knew
even
that
getting that?
wasn't true because of federal regulations. And I was like, okay, there's no way. So then they showed me the podcast where the guy said that and the articles that people were talking about it. So I grabbed the legislation and I went and I just read the whole thing. What they were saying in it is they were explaining what protected classes are. Now, if you're in one of the protected classes, and in this, if you are a minor who has been abandoned by your family, or
Hmm.
you have, what's it called? If you've emancipated yourself from your family,
Sure, yeah.
they don't get to have a say in your medical decisions.
Well,
So if you come
yeah,
out as gay and your family's like, well, you're not a part of this family, you go live on the street and they disown you,
yeah.
then they don't get to have a say in your medical decisions.
That seems
Which
pretty
one
straightforward to me.
Yep. And once I pointed that out, every single person that had a problem no longer had a problem. They were all bothered by the fact that a child can go get hormone replacement therapy and the parents couldn't stop them. They were all mad about it. Like, they were like, can you believe it? Like, they were mad.
Hmm.
And it just wasn't even happening. But the ironic thing is almost everybody who is mad about that are the same people that fight for states' rights and they don't
Oh,
want federal government control.
yeah.
The
Oh, yeah.
ironic thing about that is if states actually did have exclusive rights and no federal government control, then if enough people in your state voted in a person who would do something like that, then that would be the case and you would actually have something to be mad about. But the situation is protected by the federal government, which you should be happy about, which is the thing that protected this from happening, and everybody was still mad at the federal government, even though
Yeah.
that doesn't make any sense.
No, here's the thing. It has been my experience, and while if I was talking to a serious person, um, that I could go back and forth all day long about states' rights. There's ups and downs to the whole thing,
Mm-hmm.
but so far in my personal experience, I have not met anyone who proclaims the importance of states' rights and actually means it. It's just cover for them to be able to basically be able to force their opinion that the federal government doesn't let them do.
Yeah,
If the federal government took the opposite direction that agreed with them, then they'd be all about throwing away states' rights.
yeah. I don't think we're gonna go like overly political at any point, but that's just